Hi friends, it's Quenby, the Grateful Queen here on YouTube. Welcome to another video. As you can see, I have my lovely friend Leslie joining me. So in just a moment, I will have Leslie introduce herself and tell all of us all about her. I think most of us know her anyway and love her already, but I'll let her do her intro. It is Monday, January 4th, and this is a live video, so the chat will be here. If you're in the chat, please be sure to introduce yourself. Let us know what's your name, where do you resell, where are you in the country? Just make sure we all know you and get to see you and hear you. The theme of tonight's video is making vision boards for our goals, our intentions, whatever it is we want to manifest and bring into the new year of 2021. So it's kind of going to be like a vision board tutorial. Leslie and I have lots of things to share with you. Let me know in the chat, did you bring supplies? Are you planning on making a vision board along with us tonight? Or are you just here to chat and maybe take in some information? And I want to say hi to everybody in the chat, but give us a check-in about your life, your goals. We're going to get all into it. But first, I want to have Leslie make sure to introduce herself to everybody.
Okay, so my name is Leslie Tucker. For those, I probably don't say my last name that often in my videos. I just started doing that. Better known as a reseller's passion. And a reseller's passion is just representative. It actually falls in line of what we're doing today. It's representative of who I am. Everything that I am passionate about as a reseller, as a wife, as a mom. So I'm married to Thomas. He is Posher Jude X. I started reselling because of Thomas. He was a retired firefighter, and I wanted to just make sure our connection was strong. When we move into a new city and a new state and everything, a new job, I just wanted to make sure I could do something. So I've been reselling since April 2016 and got really involved in the Poshmark community, where I've really started meeting a lot of people. And that's where I got the idea just to start building the community and being intentional about it and wanting to make friends and everything. And then it kind of just like snowballed from there. People started recognizing me and sending me DMs, and everything that I do is basically as of the requests of the community. The videos that I produce, the content that I put, I just show up as myself every single day. A lot of people recognize me because of my bald head. If you ever saw me at a Posh Party Live, a Posh Sip, or a Posh Fest, and it is me. But I'm so glad to be here with Quenby. I love Quenby so much. I love catching her videos and her Friday nights. And if you're not continuing to watch Quenby, then you are losing out. Her unboxing videos are amazing. And definitely check out, The Grateful Therapist, which she'll probably get into that. But the reason that I'm talking about this is we all should be supporting each other. You can do whatever you like. I think that's the best way to approach it. But I grow because you grow. And I think that's really important, that if we focus on that and just be intentional about growing our community and giving back, just giving back of yourself, you'll be successful no matter what. So that's why I'm here, because I'm going to support Quenby in whatever venture she has. And I'm pretty sure she feels the same about me.
I do. I think you and I line up in so many ways. Our philosophy about our reselling business and business in general and what the bigger picture is. So I thought, perfect. I'm so happy to have you here for the vision boards. And I love that you and I have both been doing vision boards for so long. And we have a history with it. And we're like, oh, well, like the new year's coming. Do you think resellers are doing it? Would they like to do it to talk about their business goals, their reselling goals, their intentions? So we are going to tell you a little bit about what you need to make vision boards, how to make them. It's going to be easy, fun, and cheap. Why do you even do it? We're just going to get into the nitty gritty. But let me say hi to some friends in the chat. I'm so happy to see you all. We've got Michelle here saying hello. And Babette Sabol says, hi, Quenby. Hi, everyone. I'm cutting out pics and getting ready. I love it. I'm so excited. Oh, my gosh, it's Lori.
Oh, what's up, girl?
Seattle Gal Style. She used to come to Friday like every week, and I haven't seen her in a little bit, but we've checked in on Instagram, so it's so great to see you. The other thing I'd love for you guys to do in the chat is please put in there, what are you starting to think of in terms of your goals, your intentions, what you want to invite into your life for 2021. It could be about reselling, but it could be all inclusive. The board that I'm going to share with you tonight that I made is about my reselling business and YouTube and Instagram and that kind of the whole business picture. But let us know how we can support you. It is very powerful to share with other people and say it out loud and put it in writing and put it in pictures, whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. So make sure to add that. Sarah Lee is here and she says to new adventures. She's an awesome vintage seller, so you want to be following her. Deborah Anderson, hi friends. I'm so happy to be here with you. She's great. Deborah is in Texas and she's like using reselling to retire. And so that's been awesome. And our friend James is here from Antique Boutique and everybody loves Daniela. I know you and Daniela are friends. Okay, and Marina's here.
Hey, Marina.
She's saying hi to Daniela, but I saw her saying hi to us. I just want to say hi to everybody, and then we'll get into it. Oops, the chat has moved. Dresden Avenue is here. Hey, girl, tell us specifically. And if you need help coming up with what you, how to figure out what you want for yourself in 2021, we're here to help you and support you however we can. Amberlicious is here saying hi. I said hi to Sarah Lee and Lori and Resale Royalty. Good evening, ladies.
Hello.
Hello, Resale Rockers. Leslie, that might be another good t-shirt for you. Hope your year is starting off well. And Deb is here. Hey, Deb. I love Deb. And Rhonda Creek is with us. So many great friends. And Jennifer Roberts. Hello, everyone. I'm Jen, a.k.a. Poppy and the Bee. Oh, she's in my area. I don't think you made it live, so I'm so glad you made it. She sells on Mercari, eBay, Depop. She's in California, just down the street from the Grateful Queen. I've never met her, though.
Wow.
Huberly Chaos has made it. My goals are to finish my thesis project and my junior year for school. My reselling goals are to grow YouTube and multiply my streams of income. How are you going to do it? How are you going to do it, girl?
Hell for that. Chandra. My Chandra is global.
Is she going by Chandra now?
No longer Nikki. She has.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad you told me. Yeah. I'm so glad you told. And Murray Life is here. Oh my God, so many great friends. Thank you so much for showing up. I really hope that this kind of tutorial and workshop helps you out. Yes. Foxy Roxy is here. She's just awesome. She's in school to be a nurse practitioner, but she has all these reselling plans. She has a YouTube channel too. She has for a long time with a ton of unboxings. Nice. Beth Tillman is with us. How's it going where you are, Beth? And Ari Unique, what a cool username. And Kelly Schaffner, so many great friends. Hey. Kelly is one of the favorite people that I met in 2020 and connected with. She and I have done some YouTube collaborations, some unboxings together. She's just a really great, has a really great spirit as well. And Nicole made it. Birdie Look saying hi to us. Okay, I'm sorry if I missed anyone. Yeah. Why don't you kick? Oh, Heidi is here.
Hey, Heidi. I love Heidi's new channel too.
Yeah, she's got a brand new channel and she's super wise and super funny. And so I'm so glad she's part of our community. Okay, Leslie, why don't you start us off? Why don't you, do you think we should show some examples or just talk about what people need to get the vision board going or what?
Yes. First of James has, can you highlight James's, his goals are to grow social media.
I got to get down to the bottom down here. Here we go.
Okay. Goals to grow social media presence, grow my selling platform sizes, and to create secondary streams of income like YouTube. Dude.
Oh, yes. You're in the right place, Jamesy.
You have totally come to the right place for that. I can, Quimby did her vision board, so maybe she wants to show that.
So I did this vision board specifically for reselling. I'm going to do a separate one for my personal life, but I have tons of examples. I have a bunch of old magazines that I got for free, and I collect them all year round because I do vision boards every year. I've done them for the last 10 years. I can show you more examples. And so I collect catalogs, newspapers, free magazines. I keep them in a stack so that I can use them. And I just did this on a piece of cardboard, a thin piece of cardboard. And then I chose images and words that are about my goals for my business, my reselling, YouTube, Instagram, whatever you want to call that, the whole gestalt. And so I can talk more in detail about this, but this is one example of how it can look when you make a vision board. So you'll see I use lots of images and words. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can find my camera. It's like you found your camera so nicely there.
Oh, my God. It looks so weird for me.
No. Okay. So Quimby combined all of hers. Me, all of my ventures are different. They're individual. So reselling is reselling and YouTube is separate. Instagram is separate. I consider them all different ventures because financially money's coming from different places and I have different goals for each one. So I actually created a few vision boards in October just to kind of get the ball rolling. And so the first thing that I was focusing on, I was almost there and not quite there, but I was already like manifesting for my YouTube to monetize and in some kind of way for Instagram. So here is my vision board for my social media growth. I wanted to monetize. I wanted to really be active on Pinterest, grow Instagram here. So this is that. And then like Quimby, I use cardboard or poster board. This is a quarter of a cardboard. And then these 3 additional pieces are just one big old poster board that you can get at my dollar store. They're 3 for $1. And so there's that. And then I have other ventures. So, I wrote an ebook and from the ebook, I'm working on 2021. I don't want to let all my secrets out. I haven't decided if I want to do courses yet, but I am moving into the way of webinars. I've been invited in the next couple of weeks. I'll be on podcasts and different people's things outside of reselling. So I'm branding some other areas. There's my ebook over here. I've sold 950 copies of the Reseller Survival Guide. Like
I'm waiting for you to do that YouTube video about how to do an ebook.
Right there, and that's coming. And my membership and my courses. So this is for that particular business. And then this one, I actually did some cutouts today to finish because I was kind of stuck on my podcast, not kind of feeling where I wanted to go. But now I'm, rejuvenating it and just reviving it, especially with the 3 episodes that just landed. Quimby, I had 18 people on a Zoom chat and we did a podcast, and then it's going to be released as 2 separate videos this week. So it's kind of blank, but I want to fill this in. So these are the kind of things that you can do. And this is my personal one right here, where I just want to focus on all the things that I do. I practice yoga, vinyasa, just practice self-love to motivate myself every day. I got to have my coffee every day, exercise, eating right. And of course, living that over 50 life. So these are my current, vision boards, and I have some other stuff over here. So as we go,
I'll say hi to the chat, and then you guys, if you have questions, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of how we do it. We're just starting to show you, but if you have specific questions, put them in there. I saw the nifty Thrift has joined us. She's saying hi, ladies, and Ben's Crazy Jess is here. She's one of my newer friends in the community, so I'm always excited about that. Beth Tillman says, my goals are to organize my home and personal records and grow my reselling business. Update my inventory list so it's not a piece of paper, and track my cost of goods and profits better. That is awesome. What I'm loving about Beth's too is they're more specific. And when you're setting a goal or you want to bring something into your life, I usually start this process, friends, with journaling. That's what works for me. But you could start meditating. You could take a walk and just think about it. Whatever it is that helps you get clear and feel connected to yourself. Usually it's a quiet experience, but whatever works for you. That's usually step 1 for me, is just starting to think about it. But I'm thinking about it ahead, and then I sit and journal and I get super clear. And I was telling Leslie this, then I look for themes in my journaling, themes that keep coming up, similar words, a similar narrative. And that's one of the ways I pull things out. So if you're curious about how to even start to think about your goals, that's one way. I think getting a little still and quiet with yourself is necessary. Alicia says, I'm always updating my vision board. I practice the law of attraction daily. What does that mean for you? Nice. Isla Dreams is here. Oh, great. Hey. Charlene, the top thing I want to do in 2021 is sleep as much as I need. That's a good one. And stop burning the candle, followed by walk and ride my bike, then all else. Rescue and Resell made it.
Right.
Happy New Year, everyone. So good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Drop in the chat because you're not always here on my Friday nights. Tell us a little bit about where you guys are, where you sell, and if you have any intentions that you want to invite in for 2021, we want to hear it. Oh, so Victoria made it, and I've been wanting to check in with her because she was on a live show, and I got to actually see her on a live show, and I'm sure the Pink Diva Studio came to say hi to you, Leslie. I met her on one of your lives.
What's going on, friend?
So Leslie, how would you like, so I talked a little bit about journaling to get started, but how, like, first steps or tips, how would you say, what can you share with us about that?
Well, I actually agree with you. What happens with me is my friend Chandra asked me how do I come up with so much content and think of so many ideas. And I told her everything comes to me in a dream, you know,
Literally dreaming at night in bed?
dreaming at night. And if it keeps coming back to me, those are the areas that I need to focus on. So if I wake up and I'm like, wow, I thought about that again, that's where I need to focus on. So that's how my ebook came. And that's why I decided to, really delve deep into YouTube. And I used to journal a lot, but I don't get too deep into journaling. I was actually thinking about that. And speaking of naps, Charlene, I had one before I jumped on here with Quimby. So definitely get some sleep. But I actually do have my passion planner, and that is just kind of like life to me, that I'm constantly writing things down. I'm scribbling in it and coming back and bringing the same ideas that I want to see, live. And I think it's really important that if something keeps coming to you, friends, and you should focus on that. There's so much going on in our heads, and we can't get it out as fast as we would like to. So I usually take the thing that's continuing to come to me, really take time, like Quimby was saying, really get into a quiet space and think about, like, how will it impact me? Is it going to cost money? Is it going to help me personally? Is it going to help someone else? Is it positive? Is it going to hurt someone? So these are all the things that I really evaluate before I move forward with anything. And I think it's really important that you instead of just throwing something down on paper, because then you're going to be dissatisfied if it doesn't work the way you want it to.
Yeah, I don't have stuff come to me in dreams necessarily while I'm sleeping, but I definitely relate to that feeling of like something coming up again and again. And it's like, what is that idea? Like, what is this idea? I want to start a YouTube channel. What is this idea about? Maybe I should do eBay, but I'm afraid, but it keeps coming up. Pay attention to those.
Yes.
So how do you think, like, what are some of the themes that people could think about if they're doing a vision board? Like, clearly there's reselling and work, but you seem to have broken yours down in really cool ways. So what are some of the themes people should maybe be thinking about with their vision board?
Well, one of the things I think that people should think about, because you can balance it out. Quimby had already mentioned that she has a board, which reselling, which would be her business. And then she's probably going to do something for the grateful therapist. And she's probably going to do something personally. So you have to decide, like, what's important to you. Normally I go to my space first. I have to focus on me first, all these things, before I can do anything business. Because if I'm not whole and complete, then I can't accomplish anything else, because I'll wind myself down. I'll wear myself down. Yeah. So I focus on me before I do anything else. Really try to, like, make sure I get some rest, really, like, try some things, like tweak, like, how long I'm working. Cause I can be a workaholic. Like, I don't have any young children anymore. So I can go, I do it because I love it. Quimby said this before too. It's like, it doesn't feel like work. So I can keep going, and I'll look up and it'll be 11 PM. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So I, just have to reevaluate some things. That's what I do, the personal stuff first. And then there's nothing wrong with really focusing on your reselling business. And what I want to say is start thinking about, and I talk about this in videos and on Instagram all the time, start thinking about where it is specifically you want to grow in your reselling business. There are some people who are on Poshmark. I love Poshmark. Poshmark is nothing wrong with Poshmark. But if you want to grow and make money, and what I'm going to say, right, Quimby? I say this all the time. You have to think about moving into a different direction. So if you've been hesitant about growing on another platform, really start having that conversation with yourself, reaching out to people in the community, Quimby, me, people who are selling on other platforms, and just start asking them questions. You know, you might not find everything you need from a stranger, but if you ask a friend who will give you the truth, because when you come to me, I'm always going to give you the truth. It's not even
Right.
going to be, oh, boo. It's going to be, I'm going to give you the truth. No straight shooter, just like that. So if you're considering growing somewhere else, maybe now is the time. So if you start writing that down on your vision board, start manifesting that, especially if you're in a place where you need some money. Yes, the stimulus checks were released, but we should not have to rely on the government to fulfill the needs that we have. So just
Right.
have a small little business that will fulfill you so much. So maybe think about adding.
And I think, yeah, I think there's something there too. And what you're saying is like, I think it's pretty obvious for most of us say we want to grow.
Yeah.
We want to make more money. We want
Yep.
more Instagram followers. We want more YouTube subscribers. We want more platforms. But I would encourage you to kind of look under that, even beneath that, a few layers, because the way I believe kind of the universe, life, God, cause and effect, whatever you want to call it, works is it's looking for a greater purpose. I don't think making money is important to all of us. I bet if I asked everybody in the chat, they want to make more money in 2021, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's selling ebooks or Etsy, whatever it is. But I think usually if we look deeper, there's something inspiring us underneath that. Like for me, a lot of it was, of course, I have growth on there. I want to grow. Who doesn't? But and I want prosperity. It's okay to have a goal of wanting to make more money. There's nothing wrong with that. Most of us do. But usually there's a deeper meaning. Like, why do we want to make more money? Is it because we want to be able to take care of ourselves better? Is it because we want to provide for our kids? Is it because, we want to do YouTube because we deeply want to help and educate people? Usually the why underneath, the intention underneath is something. So I encourage you all to look like a little bit deeper. Marina says, so true, Leslie. We need to ask for help, but rely on ourselves to do better. Letitia joined us. Hi, Quenby and guest and chat. This is my friend Leslie. Beth Tillman says, I got a planner from Nicole State, the first quarter one, to see if I can really use it. Rescue and Resell says, they are synchronicities. And Married Life says, I never remember my dreams.
Nice.
And Jess says, Biden's crazy. Jess says, seeing is believing.
Indeed.
And Sarah Lee Coleman says, many of my successful ideas came in dreams. Wow, you guys, I don't have that. Rescue and Resell said, raise the vibe. It attracts your tribe. Oh, that's perfect.
Yes.
Okay, listen, now James is always like holding me accountable. I love it. Can you go into the difference between a goal and a task? Goals remind us of where we are headed. Action steps are how the task is an action step. It is work to be done to achieve the goal. Okay. Do you want to say anything about the difference between any of those things? Like, I don't know.
James, he like broke it down in his own.
Yeah, he's like, can you go into it? Wait, I'll go into it for you. I love James. He's always the one who's like, Quenby, just so you know, like he seems to know so much more than a lot of us. And he's often educating me, and he does it in like a really kind way where I'm like, thank you. I always know James is going to come to my rescue and be like, help me out with that. But, and it's like, what's the difference between an intention or a vision and a goal? I think it's kind of the why underneath or behind it. It's the more meaningful part. And that's what I'm always interested in. Like, yes, I want growth. Yes, I want to make more money. We all do. But what is driving that? Because I think that's what's really going to motivate us, inspire us to make those things come true. And Leslie, why do you think, like, why have you done vision boards? Like, what's the point? Like, what are they used for? Like, why make a picture like this about your goals?
Right. Like, if I could show you my office, you totally could see that it's all motivational in here. And I actually have a video if you guys want to go and look. I think it's called my motivational office, where I just literally walk around and show you, because I have quotes, I have vision boards all up on my wall. The table I'm sitting at is an actual vision board that I created with like clear paper and everything. And what it really does motivate me when I see something, especially if I have a day where I'm moving slow or I'm feeling down or I'm discouraged. Most people see me show up and it seems like I'm in a good mood all the time. And mostly I am. I have more good days and I have bad days, but I do have days when I get into like a rut and I have to keep reminding myself like where I want to go, what is the purpose, right? So I go back to why I started. And like for most people, when I started YouTube, I just wanted to make some friends. And really that was it, because I'd come off of working a job and then I started working this thing full time reselling. And I realized I didn't have any friends. I had no relationships. And I said, I just want to make some friends. And so it just started growing. I started going to some Posh and Sips and meeting people. And then I went to this one big event with my husband. And he didn't realize how active I was on social media. And it was a Posh Party Live, and it was a lot of people there. And people were literally coming up to me. And he literally was looking at me like, what is going on here? And I just said, I keep showing up. And he was like, sweetie, then you can't stop what you're doing. And so I'm not doing it just because, but he motivated me and actually helped me to realize that that's where I needed to be. So when I show up every single day, I do want to grow my business, but that's not the full intent. I see people who are like me. I'm very confident now. I know who I am. I know how beautiful and wonderful and everything that I am. But there were times when no one talked to me about those things. I didn't have people in my life to build me up. So I had to get there on my own. So my goal every day is to just motivate people, to speak continued life, to show people that you can do whatever you want to do, even with children, even with a spouse, that if you just take one step at a time, small little goals, you don't have to get big. You know, how do you eat a cookie? One bite at a time. Because if you shove the thing in your mouth, you might choke or something. But one bite at a time and you nibble it, you can accomplish that goal in just like really small steps.
I saw Lisette come in, so I'm just going to do a quick hello, everybody loves Lisette. She's here, and my mom's here. Barbara Kemmler says, Leslie, you're very wise. And as Quimby says, we must go to our deeper selves to achieve any goal. And Annette Lilypad says, best duo on the planet. Listen and learn. Oh, my God, I love you. I know we're friends, Leslie, and you don't want me to be a Leslie fan. You want me to be your friend. We're equal.
Yes.
I still have moments of like, I can't believe Leslie wants to hang out with me, because I just think you are so inspiring. You're so genuine. You give everything. And I want to be that way too. It motivates me to be like, gosh, there needs to be something deeper to why you want to sell, why you want to do YouTube. Why do you want so many followers or whatever they're called on Instagram? Like what's your purpose? And if it, I don't think it's just money for most of us. I mean, for me, I'm not going to deny that I want to make money. And that's all over this board. I'm okay with that. But there's a lot of other things too. And so let's talk, just in case there are people here that are like sitting wanting to make the board, about the basics of how to do one of these. Either I used magazines and stuff, but Leslie was able to print stuff offline, which is awesome. So she could do like exact. For me, I do my journaling, number one. So I get clear about what I think my goals, intentions, things I want to manifest, what do I want to bring into the new year are. And I start having like words and things come to me. And then I flip through the darn magazines. And half the time I'm sitting there like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Maybe I like that. Maybe that could be good. And by the end, I've got a whole stack of pieces of paper. You can relate. I can tell, like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. And then what I do is I do a background first. See this turquoise? You guys know I love my boho turquoise jewelry. So I found a turquoise background. I'm like, I'll start with that.
I love it.
And then it became clear to me what my word is. Talk a little bit, Leslie, about a word for the year. My word is purpose. And once Leslie talks about it, I'm going to tell you about my word for 2021, which is purpose.
Yeah, so I have 2 words now, but I definitely
2 words.
Yes, because the second word actually came to me after I took my nap today. So
in your dream.
Yes, in my dream. But I really think that your word comes from a space of something that you probably want to accomplish, something that you want to fulfill, something you want to change about your life. And also knowing the definition of that word as well. So if you come up with some words, I urge you to check the definition, because it may not mean what you think it means. You want to have that definition so it can fall in line with what your word is, what you actually want to accomplish. And so I actually challenged the ladies in my group. I have a personal group on Instagram. It's about 20 of us. And we had our end of year chat. and I challenged them. So all the ladies here, put your word into the like Lizette already did in her words
Oh,
inspiration.
she did. Where is she? Yeah. So in the chat, more goals, more words. We definitely want to hear them. Where's Lisette's?
It's under Sarah Lee Coleman's. Sarah Lee's is calm.
So Lisette, my word for 2020 is inspiration. If anyone else, Sarah Lee, calm. Oh gosh, Sarah Lee. These are good words.
If you put your word, come back and tell us what that word means to you. And that actually, if you don't mind sharing, because if it's personal, that's no big deal.
We got a super chat. I just want to say from Marina. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I forgot to mention, and I'm trying to get better at that. That Leslie and I have finally reached we finally reached the status of monetized. I got monetized in 2020, which means I can accept donations for the live shows, which I really appreciate. And Marina, make sure to put in your Instagram and Poshmark how people can find you, and I can find you and shout that out for you. But I really do appreciate it. It helps me show up.
I don't know. So Lizette probably did it. Give a thumbs up, but also because there's no shame in my game talking about anything. The reason that I talk about super chats and I encourage Quimby or other people to talk about it is because this helps other people. This is actually could be your manifestation to, if you decide to create a YouTube channel and you've started your why and you're on this thing and you're having a great time, and then all of a sudden Marina's just spending all her money today and you're having a good time and you forget why you're doing it. First, you should be doing it because you want to have fun. But for Quimby, she just got like a new camera. What you guys don't realize, it's a lot of work to do these videos, to create this content. So that little bit adds up, and you can take it at the end of the month and we can buy a camera or something or some backdrops or whatever so that we can keep it clean and have nice, clear videos and everything. Because Quimby's putting out some really great videos.
Thank you.
So my word, so the words that I pick really are just to help me like to adjust and to move forward into 2021. My first word is flexibility, and the definition is flexibility. I'm about to put this on my vision board, and the definition of that is the ability and willingness to adjust one's thinking or behavior. Okay, oftentimes we think that we are so good and so wonderful, but we have to take any jealousy out, but also my flexibility is the ability to bend and move into circles that at times I'm not often welcome in. And so now doing the work, I can get there. That's right. Keep the super chats coming. Keep the super chats coming. Charlene.
And I just want to say, and I this is so good, Leslie, but I just want to recognize Charlene. I know she's been really great on your channel too, right, Leslie?
She watches all my videos. Okay?
And I just and that means so much to us, and the comments, and it's just like to feel supported and encouraged.
James watches my videos. So many people here. It's really important because it confirms what you like. You start because you want to, because I know before Quimby was active in the Instagram community, she started here on YouTube just making videos. And I did the opposite. I started here, but I left for a while and I put all of my attention on Instagram. So when I came back, I was welcomed, and went in like 4 months, I was monetized. So it's just a wonderful thing. It just confirms that you're doing what you set out to do. And I'm having fun all the time. It may not get all the views and everything, but just the comments and the interactions and people are like,
it means a lot. And Charlene started her YouTube channel, and she's brand new. And I remember being brand new. So check out her channel at Islet Dreams. She's one of my faves because I just put her on and I listen, and I feel like we're hanging out. She's just so sweet. And I just want to support her growth as well. And there's so many good words. So let me take a look at some of these words because I want to hear more about Leslie's flexibility. But Pink Diva Studio, I want to continue to inspire others to live their best life. Oh my God. Do we have the best community ever, Leslie? That's someone I know and get to work, someone she wants to inspire others to live their best life. That's amazing. And give them their freedom to choose themselves while being unapologetic. I totally support you and hear you in that. Let me see. I just want to put up Diana Brown is with us. Great to see you. Okay, Laura Richardson. My word for the year is create. I chose this because it is so all-encompassing. That's really smart. And it's meaning not only as an art, but the ability to create my reality in so many aspects. Oh my, I hear you. I support you in that. And Era Unique, her word is minimalist. Isn't this amazing how we all have like different words? Oh, designer Duds Junkie got here. You can watch the playback. I'm so glad you're here. Beth Tillman, my word is accomplish because I have spent a long time dreaming. Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I've always been so responsible, dependable. I grew up kind of what you'd call poor, I guess. I had to work for myself. I was working since the time I was 12 years old. So I've always been accomplished. I didn't get to do a lot of my dreams. Just want to say hi to Lindsay, who I love, and Lori Jean from Florida. She's awesome. Okay, I love this, Leslie. I'm just having the best time of my life right now. Because it's the resellers, but it's also like so meaningful. Look, like everyone's putting their word in, and they're such good words.
Love it.
Progress. Oh, and I saw Gino's finds. Hey, everyone. I ran over to say hello. Good to see you, Gino. Let me see if there was any other rescue and resell. Freedom is their word. Do you guys each get your own word, or is it like a joint word? Deb. Independence. Oh my God. And Letitia, her word is passion. I'd love to hear about that. Like, so we've got the words now. Tell us a little more. How'd you come up with it? Why?
Further down, she actually wrote the definition.
Okay, let me say, I can't keep. Okay, Letitia, passion for the things we like and love to do. It shouldn't be a burden. It should be about loving to buy or do what we love. I saw something from Roxy and talking about people like Roxy is when I had 200 subscribers, she was here for me and she's been here this whole time, and I just appreciate her so much.
She said her goal is to have a word.
Here, read it. My mouth is dry. What does it say?
My goal is to have a word. LOL. My goal is to get on eBay, use a listing tool. I plan on making my garage the reseller space. Also focus on school, of course. Beautiful.
And she's got a lot going on. I love it. You guys, thank you so much for participating in all this. They said, LOL, we both want the freedom. I'm just kidding with you guys. That's awesome. Francis says, hello, I did it. I did my first post for eBay yesterday.
Yay. So you get a good 50 and then
yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but I started a series on eBay for beginners. So I have a videos up on everything about eBay shipping. It's for like, you know how there used to be those books like eBay for Dummies? I'm not putting anyone down. That was just what the books were called. And it's like, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing like shipping for dummies, how to deal with returns for dummies. What do you do if you get negative feedback? I have a whole series. I've been selling on eBay 10 years. So I hope that helps someone. Okay, Leslie. So, Betty Boo, Lisette, inspiration, the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative and life-changing. I'm sorry, but I find Lisette one of the most inspiring friends that I have in the reselling community. I mean, she is just like,
okay.
What?
We're good friends. That's the reason why she knows.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, she's like, Beth Tillman, living my best life, pronounced lambling. My daughter's friend used the word. I love you guys. Okay, Leslie, let's hear it. So flexibility is one of yours.
I love it. And then, so my second word, I often people, hi, Michelle. People may not, but I often procrastinate. Not as much as I used to, but I procrastinate. And so I wanted a word opposite of procrastinate. So I went in and looked it up, and it's anticipate, to deal with beforehand. So to deal with beforehand. So instead of procrastinating, I'm going to anticipate that I'm making successful moves across the board. And I know that I am, but this is just to push me. So those days, if I have more than one day when I'm like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it, it's going to be right up on my board, right up there on the wall. And I'm going to look up and go, girl, you better stop playing. So that's my goal. What's your
playing, girl? Listen, that's the other thing that's so powerful. The reason to do the vision boards, you guys, one, you get super clear and you're sending out a message into the universe, into life, into God, whatever you want to call it. This is what I stand for. This is what I want. You're putting it out there. Then the tool is used by putting it somewhere you see it all the time. Mine is right by my bed on this little shelf. The first thing I see in the morning, it's the last thing before I go to bed. That's the power. It's a day. You can look at it as a daily reminder. If you just like you're not a spiritual person at all, it's just a reminder. Or you can look at it like every day you're reinforcing what you want to bring into the world. Every day. Every day you're like, there it is. There it is. Right. So that is the power of it. Michelle came in. I just want to make sure we say hi to Courageously Thriving Michelle. She is very inspiring to me. And wait, it's not Nikki anymore. Chandra, give me a little time to adjust. Glow, G-L-O, having confidence on the inside that will shine on the outside in whatever you do. Oh my God, that is so good. Diana says she's loving this live. I'm loving you guys in this live. I'm loving you guys in this live so much. And my mom's is expand and empower. Wow. Great words for the future.
Wow. So I would say, if anyone has any questions, if you're currently working on your vision board and you have any questions, put them on a chat. But this is my challenge to you. If you create your vision board, send me a DM at a Reseller's Passion, and I will highlight your vision board in my stories. Okay. So send me a DM.
And then you tag me because I want to be involved too. That's awesome. Like, I'll send you a picture of mine. You know what we could do, Leslie, too? I don't know how to do it, but I'd be willing to figure it out. You know how you see those posts on Instagram and it's like everybody's it's a layout or something?
So
we could have them all.
So we can do that. So I like that. So send me a DM with you holding your vision board and we will put together. I don't care how many people, I'll do a whole bunch of them. I'll make it a post, and even if it's a scroll. So that's my challenge to you. And what I would like you to also do in your vision board is somewhere on there, highlight your word for the year. So then find a place, just like Quimby was saying, hers is next to her bed. My whole office where I spend most of my time is all a vision board. So we want you to continue to look at your vision board. Don't just create it, but figure out what your why is. And then create the follow through. And then also you can continue to make vision boards. But the reason I said, but I want you to just try to be consistent. That's basically it. If this is your first time, that's a little bit different.
I have them from all the years.
Nice.
Every year. And guess what? At the end of this year, I go back. Like, I pulled out last year's and I'm like, it's kind of a hard year because
yes,
I had all these intentions and then a pandemic.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting back on board. So I have one from every year. If you can't find the word you're looking for, just cut out letters like I did and make your own statement or your own words. And you don't have to be an artist.
And you can do, like, I create a document and just type in, you can make them colorful. So I'll do like every other line a different color. So you can do that too. If you have a regular printer, and I get HP, HP print ink too. So I'm gonna.
It's not like super expensive. But I just like, you can get those free magazines at the grocery store. You can ask family and friends, hey, do you have any magazines?
You sure can. Yeah, I do that all the time.
Swag Slayer Fashion has joined us. And hello, ladies. And Roxy's watching on her TV. Love you, Roxy. And some really nice comments from Michelle. Both of you ladies inspire me so much. She posted a picture on Instagram today doing yoga with her daughter. And I was like, I've done that. I love that. Private group. Brown saying hi to Tiana. And everyone, we have 43 people watching at this moment. So we should have 43 thumbs up. And make sure you're subscribed to Leslie.
Thumbs up, super chats, okay? So they're not just my super chats are great for coffee. But no, they're definitely, because this is helping you to kind of navigate. So when you get monetized, if you have a vision and a dream to get monetized, that should be part of your vision board. You can definitely do it. I took a year off and I came back in May with 130 subscribers. And now I'm at 1,530 subscribers and I'm monetized. But I was monetized from 130 in 4 months.
But Leslie, but Leslie, I think your situation is very different than most of ours because you already have a huge community that you build on Instagram. Like for me, I never had Instagram. I never knew anybody. I just popped a video up. No one had any idea. It took me a year, almost a year to get 1,000 and about a year to get monetized. And so it doesn't matter how long it takes you necessarily. You just keep showing up. That is a huge part of my board for this year with the YouTube is like, yes, I want to grow and I'd like to make more money on YouTube. I'd love that. That'd be great. But for me, it's a lot more about this value that I hold, which is showing up. That is a huge value for me in my life and my business. Just keep showing up every day in the ways that I can.
Yeah.
Wendy from Salt Creek Style.
Wendy, bestie right there. Hey, Wendy. She's
your
my
bestie?
Wendy Span. But what I was going to say, what was I going to say?
I was talking about YouTube. I was talking about just showing up.
I know. My perimenopausal brain just said whoop. But yeah, just keep showing up intentionally. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to say this is so amazing. Like our community, in a sense, it's small. In a sense, it's big. It's all those things. And what I want people to like really think about is you should not be focusing on what you would consider like larger YouTubers and larger resellers. My situation, I'm just a regular person. So like if someone were to pop over, they're like, yeah, you're talking a big game. But I just showed up one day. No one gave me anything. Everything that's over on Instagram and YouTube, I worked for it. So I'm giving you inspiration that you can do it as well. When you first started, and I'm not throwing anybody's names out there, you may have saw somebody on YouTube and you just, wow, they're so unattainable. And they're on, they're a reseller and they're just so big. But they're not. They're just regular people. I guarantee you, outside of this community, walking down the street, unless their neighbors know them, no one knows them. Now, if I go to the bins or to the post office, I'm famous. But other than that, my husband comes home and is like, I met one of your fans today. It literally happens all the time. Or he at the post office, yeah, I ran into one of your friends, So I'm like,
I'd be like, you guys would think I was so awkward. Like, I can't even imagine. Lisetta's reminding us, everyone please add your handles so we can follow one another. That's another thing we do in this community. She's Posh is My Purpose on Instagram and Poshmark. You definitely want to follow her. Very inspiring stuff. And she sells mystery boxes at Posh is My Purpose. You want to get your hands on those. Roxy says, I like this because it doesn't have to be a big vision board like a poster. Seeing the size you two use is manageable. I've done this on index cards when I work with teenagers or people that think this is art and they're freaked out. Like, it's not art. It doesn't have to look good. Just put your stuff down or do it on an index card. Do it in your journal, whatever you need to do. Designer Duds Junkie. I think I need a practical word like organize. That's perfect.
I like that word.
Letitia, this is what we need here, Quimby and Leslie. Can you please do this every week on Monday? We probably could go back and forth. I have a live every Friday at 5 p.m. on the channel. All of you are welcome to come. 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 on the East Coast. Every single Friday, we do this. So you're welcome to come. And Leslie, you're live every Thursday, right?
Yes, this week I have, and I do special things. So Wednesday I have a brown girl chat. It's going to be a panel of women of color. And then Thursday I'm going live with my good friend Ashley Johnson from Canada. So that's exciting. And then every Thursday, and I am booked for the whole month.
So I guess we're not going to be able to do another live. Leslie's all booked. Just kidding. Do you guys have any questions or comments about the vision boards? Anything that we need to help you with? Charlene says, I'm cutting out words from magazines my 85-year-old mom gave me. Gonna do this. Make sure to take a picture of it and send it to us. We're gonna carry this on. We're gonna support you and help you and encourage you. If you need accountability, feel free to send me a message on Instagram saying, this is what I want to do. Hold me accountable. Or I just want to tell someone because it helps. Diana Brown says, you two are empowering in speaking truth and life. Glow says, Glow, having confidence on the inside that will shine out. Oh, I already read that one. It's so good. It's worth reading again. Okay, let me see if there's anything else we need to get to. And then what haven't we talked about these vision boards? Anything else we want to add about this, Leslie?
Well, they're very simple, first of all, but I definitely think I want to go back to the business.
48 people watching, friends. Thank you so much for being here. We love you.
48 thumbs up. That's the question. It's not the watching. It's the thumbs up. We want to
Rescue and Resell. What are your names, Rescue and Resell? Are you guys like a reselling couple? And Style on Sale says, hi, Quimby and Leslie. Thanks for doing this live. I'll be making a vision board. Make sure to send it to us.
Definitely send it. Definitely send it.
Lisette says, I never feel like that about the bigger YouTubers or influencers. I treat them like I would anyone else. If I message them, they almost always respond.
Oh, you're very good. That doesn't happen to everyone. So that's why I want to encourage people to, like, yes, that doesn't happen to everyone. Yeah. So just show up, send people messages, and if they don't respond, keep moving on. And what happens, we have to remember, is we make people famous. And so they respond to you because of how we have lifted. Me, every day, I'm going to show up and I answer all my DMs. So
I do too, but people always start by saying, no one ever responds to me, but I have a question. I got an eBay return, what to do? And I'm like,
yep.
Oh, so Victoria, there is her Instagram handle. And okay, Rescue and Resell are Renee and Rob. Look at all the R's. Rescue and Resell, Renee and Rob. I love them already. I totally love them.
I love it. I love it. So everybody, so what is one thing, and aside from your word, Wendy's is grace. I love Wendy's.
That is such a good word, Wendy. Oh, is that a good word? Now I want all your words. I'm like,
yeah, I think it's beautiful. I really think
I'm so inspired by this.
It's going to be such a great year. How about if people if you did a vision board last year, or if you created a word last year, did that manifest for you? Did you see any growth? Did you see any change? 2020, depending on how you look at it, yes, it was a challenge, but how did you attack that challenge? How did you take that challenge and make it positive in your life? And then if you did have challenges that were bad, you move them over to 2021. What is your goal now to rectify some of the things that went on? 2020 was a great year for me.
Yeah, it's always about learning and growing. And guess what? When we grow most is during adversity. When we grow the most as human beings is when we're challenged, when everything's going wrong, when we've failed, when we've fallen, when our heart's broken. That is when we grow the most. That is the design. It is not that we grow when everything's going great all the time.
Yeah. You know who you are as well. It's like who you are. And then as you grow, one thing you need to understand is, because even in a time like this, you're probably going around people around you. You're probably like, they changed. No, they have not changed. You have changed. You probably have grown. You've changed some things. You've grown your business. You're looking for new ideas. The ladies in my group, they're kicking butt. So reselling community, watch out, because these ladies are writing books. They're creating digital products. Ebooks and planners, and it is on. So everything that they wanted to do in 2020 is actually manifesting to 2021. And I see nothing but great things happening. I am so looking forward to these next few months. I'm moving in May, kind of scary, but it is what it is, So
put in the chat also, we still have 8 minutes left. So put in the chat, we heard your word, but if you have more specific goals, if you have the intention behind the deeper level, what do you really want for yourself, for your life? Let us know what that is. It's more powerful when you share it, when you put it in images and words, when you talk about it, when you're relating with your dreams and your goals and your intentions every day, all the time, when you embed it into your life, when you make it a part of the air you breathe, your gratitude, saying them all the time, you're just like, here I am showing up. That's why the word is so helpful. So my word is purpose. The reason my word is purpose is because a huge part of 2020 for me was trying to understand more of what my soul's purpose is. That's just language that worked for me, but you could say your spirit's purpose, your life purpose, your human purpose. Underneath everything else, what is that? Because I go to work every day, I parent, I'm in a relationship, but underneath, what is it really about for me? And for me, I got really clear in a paragraph of what I know my soul's purpose is. And for me, it has a lot to do with connecting with people in the way I want through meaningful conversation and genuine connection, and building a community around that, helping people feel seen and heard. That seems to be the gift I was given in this life. And that's every single thing I do is about that. YouTube is about that. Being a psychotherapist is about that. Connecting in my relationship and my family with my friends is all about that. And all these other things are just layers. Yes, I do YouTube. Yes, I sell on Poshmark. Yes, I'm a psychotherapist. Yes, I'm on Instagram. But underneath everything, I know what my mission is. I know what my soul's purpose is and why I'm here on the planet. And I know that's a lot deeper than some people go with this, and that's fine. You got to work at whatever your comfort level is. But that's what I come back to at the end of the day. When I'm in my bed, it's dark, it's quiet, everything is stopped around me. That's what I sit with. How did I do with that today? Did I connect? Did I say an appreciation of somebody? Did I help someone feel seen and heard in what they did? And all this other stuff is just, side stuff. But it all comes down to that for me. So I'm curious what that is about for other people with that.
Yeah, I agree with Quimby 100%. I'm the same way. I'm always fulfilled when I know that I'm out there, touching people's lives. My goal every day, I do have another goal board. I have goal boards up as well, where I have a daily goal board and I have a personal side and have a business side, things that I want to accomplish like every single day. Like both of my girls are home. So I want to make sure I spend, even though they're adults, some time with them, because one day they won't be here, I won't be here, whatever. And so I want to intentionally at least say hi and spend a little bit of time, but I also reach out to 3 people every single day, no matter what. That's my goal, 3 to 10, just within the community or in my family, so that just to, connect. And so it's not just about me. And I'm like Quimby, the same. I lay down every day and I'm like, well, I think I did a great job. And then when I get up in the morning, I'm filled with so much gratitude to be here that it starts all over again. So
right. Let's see what our friends say. Roxy says, my goals are to get more motivated and have the courage to move on with my business, my Poshmark closet, write an ebook, sell more of my vegan beauty products, and do a YouTube channel. That's right, Roxy. May it be so. Wendy says, thank you, Leslie, for having us come up with a word for the year. It definitely helps keep perspective. You know what the word too, it's succinct. So like the rest of this is all like, but like if I just think of my word purpose, it sends me right into that in a minute. It reminds me. Yeah. Jess says, my brother-in-law died from COVID at age 40, so my life has changed for the good. Very grateful, and life is too short. So love and live well. I hear you. Style on sale. I think my word is consistency, and my main goals all seem to fall under that.
Nice.
Letitia, so in 2021, I don't plan on having distractions at all. So people in my life will have to understand that about my business and life. Beth says declutter is a task for this year. Clutter makes the family crazy, and that's clutter in your mind, clutter in your body. Wendy says, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm kind of feeling like I'm good. I don't need to be stronger. The Pink Diva Studio, definitely find her on Instagram. My word was celebrate. I celebrated every win and loss because they were teachable moments. I celebrated others as well, uplifted others, uplifts me. Oh, that is so good, so good. Letitia, distraction was my worst in 2020. I've been so distracted by so many things and people. Yes. Yeah, it's so good to know. It's so good to know, like, what is your, what are your obstacles? What gets in your way? That's just as powerful as knowing what you want to do. Yes. Letitia says, I'll be doing my vision board for sure.
So I was just say, oh, go ahead, Roxy.
I just want to say my word is courage. That was my year. That was my word, Roxy, 2 years ago. And man, was that a powerful year. Right. Courage to get out of my shell more and be more creative on my social media pages and life. Oh, it's such good stuff, right, Leslie?
I love Roxy. Yeah, Roxy's my girl. I could say so much about her. But Big Crazy Jess, I just want to say, peace to you, friend. I totally agree with you that that's what I've been talking about a lot in the last few weeks, about like just being thankful and grateful when you get up. We can't go where the other people are going, because if we do, we're not here. So every day is a gift. That's why it's called the present. It is our present every single day. And how we open it up and delve in is up to us. I can't speak for anybody else, but I am so appreciative. I have my good days and my bad days, but to be here, to breathe, and to every single day have a purpose and a vision and another day to accomplish something, to be 51 and just be like, I can do that. I can do that, and continue to push myself forward. So to your family, Jess, man,
Love your way. I mean, that's why I chose the Grateful Queen as my name. The Queen is just a play on my name is Quenby, and I wanted a Q, but I try and imbue my business with every value I have in my life, and gratitude is my highest value. It doesn't mean the hard stuff's not there and you skip over it and say, I should be grateful. No, it's both and. It's like I feel enormous pain. I feel whatever it is, whatever hard, because life has hard stuff. You can't get around that. You feel that too, and then you still say, and yet I'm grateful for X, Y, and Z. So that's just part of it. It's part of all of it. And it changes your life to be able to be grateful for the things that you have, even with all the challenges that we all have every day. Every one of us could fill this chat with the hard things that have happened in our life. That's part of being human. It is part of the human experience. We're not here to just be perfect and happy all the time. That's not the human design, because that's not when we grow and change and get to know ourselves and find the most empathy, the most compassion, and the most perspective. You have something like that happen and you're like, okay, I'm going to, and I love Jess for being like, yeah, and I choose to be grateful for being here too, right? Oh, look, Stephanie made it.
I say that, everybody has their own story. So no one's story is more important than you. So don't just feel like you're devalued because someone is sharing a story. Like, I had a wonderful year. I didn't have any losses. Nothing changed in my work experience. But my children are gone. It's different things that are changing in my life. That's my story. So your story is different than mine. And I used to tell my children that all the time. And I say that, today may be a wedding. It also can be a funeral, but we just have to embrace life the way that it is. And we can't compare ourselves. Just in your space, just focus on where you are. Because I see you, friend. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Leslie, for coming from your channel and your life to my channel, just so that we could connect and share this with people. I mean, you've offered so much, and it's one of the things I admire about you the most, that you just show up and provide anything that you share. You don't hold back everything for yourself, even though you've got this huge Instagram community. You're just like, well, I'm here to show up every day as I am and share as much as I can. You're always willing to educate. You're always willing to empathize with people. I mean, I just love you. And I'm so thankful that you came here and shared all this with us. And I'm excited that you're willing to take it further. So if anybody does any kind of board, and guess what? If you just want to write your word on a piece of paper and send that to Leslie, that counts too.
Just send me something that looks like this in a DM. That's a Reseller's Passion over on Instagram. And we'll put them all together. I'll send, if you send Quenby, she'll send me. If you send me, I'll send Quenby, and we can do double, and we'll just post it. We'll
send your word, write it on a piece of paper and send it. We just want to count you in. We want to include you, whatever you've got, whatever your word is, whatever you do. We want you, we include you, and we appreciate you all for spending an hour with us on a Monday night to talk about these important things. Find Leslie at A Reseller's Passion on YouTube, on Instagram, podcasts, everywhere.
You can ask Siri, You can ask Alexa. She's right there, so she starts flashing when I start saying her name. But you can just say play, and I'm
all
there.
All right, friends, we're gonna sign out, and I'll see you Friday. Every Friday, I'm here at 5 p.m. Pacific time for a live just like this.
You don't want to miss that.
You don't want to miss it. Thanks so much, friends.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Horrible. What's up, my man?